and I do engineering.
Mm.
Actually, parang 90% of my classmates, they all did engineering or um yes, ate, di lang po halata. Las Piñas Science High School. And then when I came here naman, there's expectations again to be a nurse. Not from my mom, not from anyone in my household, but from people outside my house, the titos and titas. Like Andre of Vilyasin said, "What are you doing? Na are you in college na ganyan?" And just
Yeah.
recently, actually, and so I don't really open up about it yet. That they wouldn't understand the concept of kumu. Like I don't think um my titas and titos age like 60, 70 up. Like
Yeah.
it would look like a waste of time for them, and so I
Yeah.
don't
They'll just say,
bother.
cellphone ka ng cellphone.
Cellphone, oo, kaka-computer mo. So like what do you call this, I don't bother explaining to them what my plan is in life.
Mm.
Share it with the intimate people in my life. And
Yeah.
so with that, just recently I had an encounter. I came across a tita of mine, which she's less narrow-minded than most people. And parang she told my mom na she heard daw, sabi nila, "Uy, sayang si Eunice, no? Kasi hindi siya nag-nursing. Sayang siya. Sana graduate na siya ngayon. Sana may work na siya. Sana she's
Wow.
stable. Blah, blah, blah." And obviously
That's
oh
tough.
gosh,
Yeah.
guilty. But like, obviously that affects you in one
For
way or
sure.
another. And especially you're doing your own craft. You're really trying to be better every day, trying to hone it, trying to be, the best version of yourself. And then you'll hear, oh, sayang siya.
It's tough.
Which
Mm-hmm.
I completely sana you
Sana
follow
your
a
followers.
stereotype. Yeah,
Dang.
exactly. Wherein ako naman, I'm trying to do my best. So hearing that, you try your best as well not to, make it affect you. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a
Mm-hmm.
recent encounter that I experienced. That,
Wow.
but
I think you're doing the right thing. You're following your passion right now, and you're very good at it. So continue what you're doing.
Mm.
I will.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
that's definitely difficult, especially when it comes from family, and then they say all those things about you, and um, but like just as you're sharing, exactly what Andre Bro was also saying, like hearing your music and seeing you actually enjoy
Yeah.
your gift and
Yes.
enjoy sharing it with others. I think, and it's not just that you enjoy it, but we also enjoy listening to your music. Like I hope
Thank
you know, like when
you.
you
Yeah.
share your original songs, or when you share even those covers, like with the worship and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
like uh just to I guess just to encourage you, like your music is more than just sounding nice. We can feel that like you're singing from a place where you actually enjoy what you're doing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
That's
you're
what I'm
coming
saying.
from a
Honestly,
genuine place.
Right.
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
yeah, and you're doing like you're not like even if you are doing let's say something that isn't traditional,
Mm,
you're also like even now having conversations like these, you're allowing yourself to probably be someone that other people can see and say, "Oh, look, Eunice is taking a path that isn't what her family has pressured her to
Yeah.
do, and I'm not alone." And so,
and that's
nah,
exactly how I feel hearing the three of you guys and Kuya Jay. Like it gives me such a safe space that okay, for once in my life, I'm not the only one that
Right.
is didn't go to college, do the
I know I wanted
traditional.
to add something to that too, and
Go on.
I'm sure we all felt the same way. Where I think you said like your tita or someone said like sayang. Sorry again for Jack every time, but if that happens to you guys, like just know like especially you niece, like you know we're here like if, to talk to
Uh-huh.
just because sometimes when that happens, it's like you get so clouded. Like I know from my experience, it's like your thoughts can go a different way, right? And question yourself, but you need that close circle. I guess it's to everyone that you go to them
Yeah.
things like that happen, you're like your beliefs in yourself is shaken. Does that make sense? But yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you,
That's
guys.
nice of Andre.
Appreciate it.
And
Yeah.
then to top it all off, you also have worship music now. Original worship.
Ooh.
Yes,
That's
I
that's
Yes.
a bigger
do.
purpose. That's God's purpose for
That's
you.
true. And you're not just sharing a passion, you're also making money out of it. And that's very practical. So
Right.
there
I
there's
I
some people
even
not doing anything at all with their lives. So I think you had a pretty good
I,
part from those who aren't doing
yeah, I
anything.
like to be reminded of that too because I hear stories from artists from, way back in 2000s that didn't make money till their 10th year. So the fact
Mm-hmm.
that we're given this platform, the bar, like
Exactly.
much easier. It's a blessing. So
For
yeah, to be
sure.
reminded of that.
Yeah. There's this I was just reminded of
Ate
this
Mai.
quote I read in a book I just finished. And it was this quote by this, I think he's a sociologist or a psychologist, I'm not sure. But his name is Nietzsche. Have you guys ever heard of him in class? Like
Nietzsche. I'm
Friedrich
not
Nietzsche. Anyway, he had this quote. He's like alive during the 1900 or 1800s, and he had this quote that says, "He who has found his why can bear almost any how."
Ooh.
So it's like if you need to, and I guess, and for everyone as well, when you feel like you're discouraged and you feel like all of these pressures are weighing down upon you, you go back to your why. Why are you doing what you do? Why are you pursuing what you love?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also a
That's
huge part because, sorry, did you want to?
no, go.
I was just gonna say like, for like the four of us, because we also have God in our lives. Like we can go back to that why as well, because we don't just do things for ourselves. We do things because we also want to reach others, build up others, and point back to God. So if that's your why, then it gives you more strength just to keep going.
Exactly. Just to add to that, it's not like what type of pain are you suffering? It's not the question. What type of pain are you suffering? It's what are you suffering for?
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Wow.
All right. Did anyone? Who else didn't answer the question? I'm not sure.
Hey, what about you though, Andre? Andrea.
Oh,
Go.
oh
I just want
yeah.
to. I
I
just
no,
want
I
to know
didn't.
that for
It's
you.
you.
Actually, moving on to the next question.
No.
um, no, so for me, something about my life that I was scared to share
Cringe.
with others because of fear. Oh, cringe. Hey. Bring in the dad jokes. Let's go. What is this?
Ano yan?
Jellyfish?
Pusit. What is
Oh,
this?
Oh.
Octopus.
I know.
Opposite.
Opposite.
Oh, bet you guys didn't know that. Just
Dad
kidding.
jokes.
Alright. Okay,
Him
but
and his
being
You all
dad.
serious
got the
though,
joke?
what something I was scared about sharing with others because of fear of judgment. This was before, and I was scared
Mm.
of sharing this for a while. Um, I was scared of letting others know that my family situation was pretty broken, especially if you're
Mm-hmm.
coming from a Christian family and you're like, yeah, we believe in God. We all go to church. We all follow God. But
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, you follow God, but look at your family. Like, why is it like that?
Right.
And it's it's scary to share because it's like if I open up, people can look down on me and be like, "Oh, look at you! You're always talking about God, but look at your family naman. It's not like this, not like that." And I was scared that people will, uh, yeah, look down on me if I opened up my brokenness.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that's I think one thing I've learned is that we're, it's like we're often scared to share our brokenness with others, but it's actually our brokenness that causes us to relate with others even more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I found like the more I opened up about it with others, it's actually what caused them to see how God is more present in my life,
Mm.
because I was still um like taking my time to like build others up. And it's like you can only you can only know what true joy and peace is when you enter into a moment where it feels like everything around you is hopeless
Hmm.
Exactly.
and dark. Like you will never really, I don't think you'll ever be able to say God's my peace unless you're in a time
Mm.
where your peace is really tested.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Or
That's
like God is
rightly
my
said.
joy when you feel like everything around you is broken, right? And um so yeah, that was something I was scared to share
Mm.
with others.
Yeah.
uh
I think it's
sorry.
like all perspective too, and again, you have like every right, and I think everyone too would feel that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about perspective, because your family, let's say, is broken, that despite of all the stuff that you're going through, you're still able to talk about loving God in the way that you do. That's
Mhm.
huge, because you know how
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people, what happens to them is because of what life does to in their lives, like
Yes.
they struggle and stuff like that, they become bitter,
Yeah.
right? But in your case, bro, I'm proud of you because even though
Yes.
all that stuff is going on, you're still like this. You're doing what you're doing, and it's crazy because what you were saying earlier too, I just wanted to add this. Like listening to like all these successful people, actors that have made it, right?
Mm.
Um, if they didn't experience any hardships, no one can relate to them. It's like I can't. I honestly, I wouldn't be able to see myself like doing that because you'd think they're all perfect, right? But when you hear about all
Mm.
Yeah.
the hardships they went through, they not that they bring themselves down, but you're able to like see eye to eye with them, like relate to them, like, oh, you went through this too. That's why,
Yep.
like, if
Mm.
whatever you guys are struggling with, I think it's important to share that because now more
Yeah.
people can like experience, can like relate to you, or it helps them like, yeah, I'm struggling with this and I'm trying to like figure things out.
So true.
But
Exactly.
it makes you relatable.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think.
think what I was
Oh,
saying
go for it.
kanina na, oh sorry. What I was saying
No, no,
kanina lang
go
na
ahead.
it is a sign of strength. Like especially that you're able to share this with people. And I feel like obviously we praise the Lord and everything, and pero yeah, being vulnerable, it really is a sign of strength in your character, that whenever we're sharing a piece that we're celebrating, and we there's people listening to us, there's unbelievers, they're
Mm.
non-believers and listening to us, and they question sometimes, oh, it's easy for you to say that, easy for you to praise Jesus because
Right.
you're good, you're in a
Yeah.
situation where you're not struggling. So
Yeah.
I think, being able to share that in your case as well, being able to touch so many people's lives, just even in this little stream of ours, about so many people are moved by your experiences. So yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah,
free.
Casey, exactly what you shared. That's why I got this tattoo right here because of that.
Yes.
And
Love that.
like the crazy thing is also, um, not only can you empathize with those who are broken or come from broken families, but when you get to see how present God is and how real His peace is, it just gives you so much more drive to want to share it to those who are going through similar situations.
Exactly.
And um one testimony though, about just to let you guys know, is like it started out broken, but God brought so much healing in me and in my
Mm.
family. And so I think that's one of the most beautiful things about God is wherever there's brokenness, somehow, some way, He's able to bring beauty and life back into it. And yeah,
All part of God's plan. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's
for
what
sure.
Yes,
allows things
exactly.
to happen.
That's beautiful.
That's so
Hmm.
true.
We feel.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Who's gonna pick the next
I think it's
number? We also
Sander
have
Go.
uh so by 9:30 we gotta we gotta bounce because we got our campaign finales. But so far
Yeah.
it's been a great,
Campaign life.
yes,
Yes.
Hey,
campaign
that's
life.
it,
Oh
guys. Sorry,
gosh.
campaign.
Guys, almost 100K. Let's go. Let's help.
Yes, guys, send those
Woohoo.
campaign gifts. 100s grades party OMG. Wait, who's next to pick a question? Number.
Andre Bro, I think.
Bro?
Okay,
Okay.
let me pick. We'll pick what numbers have been picked.
Uh
Two,
oh, I
five.
here's a question na lang that so we can end on
Wrap up.
Oh, okay.
There you
yeah.
go.
Here, let's end on what gives you confidence.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I like it. That's a good question.
Who
Well,
wants to go first?
for me now, the biggest one I would say is prayer, and it's so surprising when I'm on stage or I'm about to go on a live or I'm about to do something and I'm like shivering, right? I feel nerves, and
Mm-hmm.
we're all human. We feel these things, but when I'm in that moment, you can try all the methods like drink water. Your body will think it's not being attacked, and you're calming down and all these things. Sure, but it's for me personally when I pray and I say, God, Your will be done, Lord. Putting this in Your hands, God, give me the strength and the wisdom that I need. And then when you pray this, and it's like it's not even in your control anymore. You give it to God, and His will be done.
Exactly.
What? And then you just go in it with faith, and that's what fuels confidence for me. And do it with joyful heart because you're so happy to spread the word, right? For the amazing things
Yes.
He's done in your life.
Mm, love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Eunice, what
Yes.
about you?
Okay, I'll try not to repeat. Let's try not to repeat answers. So,
You
because my
can't
answers
say
is
God anymore.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
let's say Jesus.
Oh,
Kid.
No, it's definitely number one, prayers, obviously. And number two, your foundation, your reason, your that gives you confidence. You go back to why you're doing what you're doing. Yes, you could be suffering, but I said, Ganina, what are you suffering for? And
Mm,
then third for me is very, very important as well. Definitely my support system. My mom, my friends, family, you guys, people that
yeah,
are genuinely there to encourage you and uplift you, guide you throughout your journey.
for
Um,
sure.
they just it's such a reminder for me that okay, like I'm not feeling that confident, but at the end of the day, what you go back to, your roots, these people that love you no matter what, if you create a mistake or not, and just a reminder that even if you're not feeling confident at a certain time, uh, I don't know, like humans, it's such a wide spectrum of emotions. We are literally so if you're scared, if you're not feeling confident, congrats, you're a human being, you know what I mean. So yeah,
Yeah,
my support system definitely is a great reminder of that. But of course, on top of that, prayers and Jesus, knowing that he's with you no matter what. And
for sure.
yeah, I always share this, the James 1:2-3. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because
Love that.
the testing of your faith develops perseverance. So
Mm,
you're
wow,
fine. You're okay at the end of the day, always.
yeah,
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
that's such a real I find that verse kind of crazy in the sense like James is saying, all right, when you face challenges, consider that joy. It's like,
Joy.
bro,
Right.
are you good? Like, how can I say, oh, this is fantastic? Like, I'm
Hey,
experiencing challenges from every area of my
Yeah.
life.
you just
Like,
have to.
and it's crazy because like James sees the end picture that I go through this, but I
Mm,
know what God produces in me.
exactly.
And that's like the why behind it. Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much, May Santos, for sharing.
May,
And
You
what's
guys
up?
know
Eunice.
the part in the Bible where it's considered like the most joyful uh, book in the Bible.
I'm
Psalm?
not sure.
I think
No.
it's, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's in Philippians, and it's written by
Oh.
Paul when he's really encouraging happiness, just to rejoice and
Oh
Ooh,
be happy.
yeah.
okay.
But he wrote
Wow.
it while he was in prison,
Yep. Locked up.
while he was
Yes.
locked up, and it's
Yeah.
considered the book in the Bible that's most encouraging for being happy and joyful,
Yeah.
and that's while he was in prison. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's so crazy. He was encouraging people even if he was literally like
Suffering.
in yeah, in
suffering.
a place of chains and
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Andre V? Where
Yeah.
do you you get your confidence or what gives you confidence?
Well, yeah, I know we said the answer. I
No
think definitely
repeating.
it's always it is always number one. Just to add to that, just whenever I include him in whatever I'm going through, it's like that. It's like a mental picture for me. It's like, oh, God's holding my hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm
Yeah.
not alone. And then but when it comes to what gives me confidence, I wouldn't say it's always one thing. It's always like this one's not gonna. This one's not really helping me right now, so I'm gonna use this other one or this other one. And it's the three. It's always for one, yeah, like my why, and for me, one of the things I've talked about this before. It's what gives me confidence is like I really want to make myself proud. Not me right now, but like yeah, obviously me, but my younger version of me. Okay, it's I just remember at that point, like again, around that time, my parents got divorced, and we struggled financially, and it's um, looking back at how life was like then, and then remembering what that kid wanted, like what he wanted in a father, what he wanted in from his family, because he just felt lonely. Like I want to be the person that like that he needed. Does that make sense? And like at the same time,
Yeah.
I know he has questions for me. Is like he wanted to become an actor and all this stuff, and I
Yeah.
want to like as much as possible answer all the questions that he's always had. So for me, like that's
Mm,
one of the things for me that drives me. It's like remember your 8-year-old self, and that can be whatever it is for you guys. Like if that helps, like think of a time you guys were struggling, and that's why I always say like never lose that childlike
yes.
not mentality, but like the excitement of life. Because
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
times, like when life happens, we get to uh, adulting, or
Mm,
just work and pay bills, all that stuff. The
Yeah.
other one is um, this, surrounding myself with people that are doing like what they're passionate about or working towards something that
Mm.
um, they're following their dreams in a sense. And us talking about being open with things we're struggling with, and being vulnerable, that gives me confidence in me. It's like, oh, I'm not alone, and that I have these people I can go to if things are tough. And it's like people are going through the same thing too. So yeah, those are like the three I've always like go back and forth with, and God is always there too for me, the number one.
Nice.
Sorry, I think I lagged at one point. Um, I don't know if I missed out, but um, I think for me, what gives me confidence, literally whenever I feel like I'm at the really low point,
mm-hmm.
I try to go back to what I remember. Uh, I try to go back and remember what God says about me in my life, and I remind myself my confidence does not have to be found in the words of other people, in the situation around me, and what I see, but that it's found in what God says about me and my life.
Amen.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I try to, even if
Accept.
I don't feel it.
Right.
Yeah. Um,
Love that.
and I love what you guys are sharing about, finding confidence in the people that build you up, and finding confidence in reminding yourself. Am I lagging or
No, no, you're
You're
fine.
good.
am I lagging?
You're
You're
fine.
There we go. Sorry, sorry. It like you all lagged
Ah,
on
really?
my. So I was like, huh? Oh, so I was literally just going like, sorry. Um, but yeah. I love what you guys shared, and I hope that through this conversation, that those watching can also be encouraged that here we are, four people who didn't do college, but we're going after the things that
Boom.
we love, and
yeah,
we're
okay.
doing our
Yeah.
best to live a meaningful life, and we're actually finding so much joy in what we do.
Yes.
So thank you guys for sharing, for being vulnerable and open. But we are going to be coming to a quick close because we do have our finales coming right up. So if you
So
can support
true.
Eunice and I on our streams, send
Yes.
those campaign gifts.
Let's
Today's
go.
the last day of our campaign, so please do drop by as well. Thank you, Andre Bro, Andre V, and Eunice. And of course, we're gonna
Thank
be having
you.
these other streams, alat streams in the future. This is not the end. So thank you again for tuning in. Uh, yeah, we are gonna be coming to a close. Thank you guys so much for
Absolutely.
this. Sorry we had to cut this short.
No worries.
Oh, you're good. You're
But
good.
yeah, I can't wait for the next one that we're gonna have, and I think it's gonna be Andre Bro leading that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Love it.
guys, we'll see you all. Support Eunice and I on our campaign finales. So, take care, guys. See ya. Oh, is that the
Hey, hey, hey.
A?
Yeah, I'm just doing the sign.
All right. See you guys.
See
Peace,
y'all.
bro. Good
Take
break.
care. Take
Bye.
care.
God bless. See
Pass
you on
by
the
if you guys want. See you
campaign.
guys.